So Choices is geared towards middle school students who it's basically just a program to make sure that they're making good choices now. It talks about financial literacy and the choices you make to be in high school, to be in college, how it impacts you for the rest of your life. They're shown a long timeline that shows them that school really isn't that long in comparison to how long you work.
We went to ninth grade classes and we talked to them about the choices they can make starting now, actually, because they are considered part of high school, right? So the choices they make now, we talked to them about how it'll affect their future, basically. And it's their choices. It's not no one else's choices. They make the choices that, leads to them hopefully graduating high school and maybe in the future attending college. I'd have to say the activity I liked best was probably the timeline one, where it shows you how much time you're in school and then how much time you spend working. It put things in perspective for them because they think that they're gonna be in school for the rest of their life, when in reality it's less than a quarter actually. And they realize that small amount of time that they do spend at school is what's gonna help them in the future.
I like how many activities there were. The students were very involved. Almost all the students were a volunteer. We wanted them to come up, and being able to be involved and interact helped them really just get into the program.
They responded to probably the most, the one about the high school dropout one. We gave them different job options and where those fell under. You have to get schooling. Basically, they realize that, and it's what's going to really depend how they live their life in the future.
Well, there's one called Money Management, and it was really fun. Everyone really enjoyed it. It was about you giving a high school dropout a salary, and then we had people coming up and taking money from him for rent, and in the end, everyone was just laughing. It was just a great experience.
I love when we actually give them the fake money. So, you have a student who decides to drop out, and you actually give them some money, and then you're like, okay, you have to pay taxes. So somebody takes $300 from them, and then you give them, you make them pay rent and utilities and food, and they don't have enough money. So you're like, well, are you going to miss a meal? And I feel like that really strikes a nerve with the kids because they don't realize how much it is to live on your own and to pay rent and utilities and stuff like that. So I love that exercise.
I'm someone that was actually in those ESL classes, so I feel like I saw a lot of me in them. And just the fact that they really do want to have those opportunities, but just don't know how to get them because, again, language is the barrier there. It's there, and it's something that they're afraid that they're never going to get past from. They're afraid that they're never going to be able to learn English. And so I kind of served as someone that they could relate to because I too came from a family, or I grew up speaking Spanish only, and then it wasn't until I got into school that I started to learn English. So they had someone to connect with, and they saw how well I was doing.
I emphasize a lot in my classrooms that your GPA right now is going to affect you for the rest of your life. And being able to, tell them that and hear it from me, someone who's been there really recently, I feel like they really took that to heart. I also feel like just the job outlook, how many more opportunities you have if you finish school as opposed to if you don't. I really feel like that hit hard.
That it's important to invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, then no one else will. And it's about self-discipline, doing things for yourself, graduating high school, because you choose the life for yourself.
I would definitely do this program again, and I would do so because you can, when I was there at least, you can just see it, I put myself in their shoes basically, and I kind of saw how they saw things, and it put me to think a lot about the things I can do to help them.
I loved it. I look forward to being able to do it again, and really hope I'm given the opportunity to do it again.
But it was a whole new experience when you did it. Every class was different. It was really enjoyable, and I think it was a really good experience for the kids. Doing it for the kids was worth it.